Hello everybody, it's the GenerallyGoodGamer. Thank you again for choosing to join myself and Gennal on our journey through Gilneas. A lovely waterfall there, which I've only just noticed, to be honest. But Gennal has run past it many a time. So we shall set out on our journey post-haste, but before we do, let's prepare. And to do that, we will take one of our first Elixir of Sages. We are 44 now, level 44. Gennal can do that. And we'll also take in some much needed food. Despite the fact that we are right next to an inn with some ravens on top, we did not buy any of their food. No, we had pre-prepared many of our own. So we have a sagefish delight here. We now have a food buff as well. Well fed. 6 mana per 5 seconds. Now let's set off. Now Gennal remembers, it has been a while, she's been in this inn for a couple of weeks, or maybe just a week, but she remembers that there was a requirement to go and save the son of the old King Greymane, Liam Greymane, who she was told is likely being kept in the dry rock mine under Gilneas city. Now she's scouted out, she's asked the locals where do I find this mine, and they wrote on her map, they said, right, it's just to the southwest of the Greymane Keep. You'll find a cavern there. Inside that cavern we think we have intel that suggests that Liam is kept there. So that is what we're going to be doing to begin with today. Discovered the dry rock mine. I see. And instantly we come up against some Greymane taskmasters, so let battle commence. I've also taken on board a comment that suggested that actually to make this more fluid, to make this more of a role-playing series, which I want it to be, which it is, then there are some things I could introduce which are more fluid camera movements is one, and another is the introduction, or the reduction, let's say, of jumping. I love to jump. It is something that I absolutely love to do. And I will try my best. I cannot promise a thing. But for now, what I can promise is a reduction in jumping. And, well, rather I say I can't promise that, but I can promise more fluid camera movements. It will still be difficult, but the way I've done it is I've used the actual in-game settings. For the first time ever, I have selected to have my camera settings as always follow, as smart pivot, and in every character I ever play it's always never. So I'm getting used to it, but it's quite interesting. It is an interesting change. So let's sit down and have a quick drink. Jenna has just told me she's thirsty, so we'll do that for her. I will also note that I cannot get used to not jumping because my thumb is constantly hovering over the space bar. Then that will mean that jumping will start again. Right, let's do this. So, I think if we just pop it here, then at least we get something going. So that was bad. Jill still has to practice her AoE and her... Oh, okay, many of them here. Yeah, so with the camera like that, I may have to alter it for AoE. It's a bit annoying when it pivots, but it's okay, we'll get used to it. And with that, we've killed Guard Captain Martin, the captain in charge of this mine, I presume. Can we get in this mine? It may be... there's another path around here, so we'll do that first. Dork, hello. Food and drink time again. Gennal does burn so many calories casting these spells. Just, you know, have a look next time she does a frostbolt. She's having to hold her hands in a very specific way. And just doing that is a calorific activity. Or a calorie burning activity. So put on frost armor here, just in case. We have ourselves a Horde 2, so we don't want to provoke them, as I'm certain that they are... well, they're an orc. They're a bit ferocious, so we'll be careful of them. I've also hotkey walking as well, just in case. In fact, I'll tell you a secret. I simply changed my walking hotkey for my jumping hotkey. My jumping for my walking. So it means I may inadvertently walk, but actually we'll just say that it's always advertent. It's always on purpose if I do walk. Can we see Liam at all? I wonder. Will you have a drink, Gennal? Gather your thoughts. Ooh, an orc warrior there. How did this occur? We have 3 of them, but we're a mage. Gennal knows what to do. Got another frost nova going. There we go. Dan. What a noob. Why would he do that to me? We will smile and we'll blush. See if that helps out. Gosh. Badass Dan, you are a badass. I felt some true fear just there. Right. I'm not seeing Liam Greymane around here. I wonder... Ah! I say that and he's literally just there. I wonder if he's being forced to work. I'm sure he's done a day's work in his life. Despite the fact he is royalty. Gennal's just scouting around, making sure there's no other foes nearby. Okay, Gennal. Let's talk to Liam Greymane. Liam, we've been sent out to find you. How are you? It's not the absence of liberty that holds me, stranger, but the heavy burden of my guilt. The decay of these lands at the hands of heretics has left a blight to my spirit. I've lost my parents, my title, and my freedom. Despite the darkness I bear, I still find hope in my sister, in my countrymen, now in you. I've not been forgotten, it seems. To you I say, well met, one from beyond the wall. I've imagined this encounter several times in my head, only to be at a loss for words now. You are here to free me? No? We are. It's ironic. I was about to say that I haven't been able to see the sun in so long, yet I grinned, realizing I've yet to see an actual sunrise in Gilneas anyway, with all its fog and rain. I must be free of these chains. That harlot, Celia, convinced Father to send us away to Kultiris, only to bind Tess and I, hiding us away from the world. I helped Tess escape, but they tossed me into this place. Aid me, so that I may find a way towards my people, and so I may help them against the scum that took over my city and poisoned the mind of my father. Guard Captain Marson, that's the name of the brute that holds the key to my freedom. You should be able to find him around here, perhaps lingering outside in the fresh air. Well, yes, we'll do that, Liam. We did kill a master, perhaps he has a twin brother who's also of the exact same rank? I do hope so. Gosh. Let's run our way outside, and if we need to deal with some more of these, we will. And we may indeed need to. That's it, Gennal. Keep running. Very good. Share a quick look over her shoulder there. Okay. Look over your shoulder. Okay. We shall ask that private Gilneas whether she wants to join a group. We have an ally, Private Gilneas. There's a very interesting pet, a hippogriff hatchling. We glance over our shoulder. I don't think the respawn rate will be too slow. Seems to me as though they have thought about these rates previously in developing these areas and these quests. I'll play around with these camera settings a bit more. as time passes. I think maybe the terrain following could be somewhat annoying. Yeah, let's turn that off. So for AoE, I think... Okay, let's do this. A little bit messy. We'll deal with it though. I couldn't quite see around the fence there, so we had some line of sight issues. We've done it. We killed Guard Captain Marson's twin, Guard Captain Marson. Follow our friend here into the cave. I wonder if there's going to be an escort quest of Liam. Okay, I will have to take a break, Yelania. In we go. A mob spawned behind us. We can look over our shoulder again. Frost Nova. Fantastic. Very nice to have a adept friend here, especially of the healer variety. Also nice to see another high elf in such a foreign land. Gennal feels somewhat more at ease, somewhat more at home. To Liam. We have the key. We must hurry. He did not deserve the mercy of a quick death. Perhaps a week spent in this hole are making me question my integrity as a follower of the light. I have brought shame to my teacher. You have my thanks. While it would be best for us to return to Ravenshire and report to Darius, I must have you do something else. You must follow my sister's footsteps. Before she managed to escape, she spoke of mother stories. though they were nothing more than fairy tales. Alas, it seems that Tess was strongly convinced of the wolf serpent and his followers named the Pellers. She left to the middle of the land in search of a legend, which is why you must do the same. Find my sister and deliver her safely to Ravenshire. We shall meet there once more, since lingering here is the last thing on my mind. Go with the light, my friend. May it shine brightest when you most need it. You must find a sister. I believe actually we have come across her before. As we have met the Pellers once or twice. Actually, just the once. But we have. We must help our high elven friend. We're almost out of this dark and damp mine. And yet there are more watchers following us. They must be alert and aware. We have freed Liam. It's as though they're appearing from nowhere. Thank you for your help, friend. Until we meet again. Silly Greymane Taskmaster. Interrupting our RP there with our new friend like Yelania. Seeing the unicorn. Wow. I had no idea that that was the Alvin Mount. Okay. Let's head to the Pellers. We have a few quests to hand in there. We need to talk to Liam's sister, the Pellers themselves, and then head back to Ravenshire. In the meantime, let's enjoy the ambience. Liam is quite right, though, that you would never see a sunrise or set in these lands. Grey and dreary. Before the troubles occurred in this land, it does seem as though it was the stage was already set for this area to be filled with undead. I mean, the ambience is just nightmarish. I mean, these vile-winged bats, they must have already been here. A bit scary, a bit spooky. Let's take this natural land bridge, or natural bridge, not land bridge. Do need to kill some more of these as well, but before we do, let's progress the Pellers quest chains and Tess as well, Liam and Tess. We see a high elf friend or kinsman in the distance, and follow the path that he's taking. He's clearly going up to the Pellers as well. We see the Pellers cave ahead of us. Bearbane, good to see you again. Good to see ya. Lavandra, we're looking forward to our next conversation with her. Some more poems, some rhymes perhaps. Ah, Mustang. Mustang. We dispatched many of the foul hides, and we have their talismans. Won't be much silver in the trinkets the gnolls use, but copper they seem to like just enough. Ugly, crude, cheap. What else do you expect of gnoll make? But metal is metal. It is better in my hands than theirs. You have me thanks. This copper will make proper rods. Anything we need from you? This is a nice, very nice staff actually. Thank you, we'll take the Staff of Shackled Lightning. In fact, let's have a look. It's a huge increase. So we'll go for that now. Very big. And looks like a nice rod. Sturdy. Clearly made of a good wood. Perhaps reinforced with some metal in the tip. In the distance we see Learn 5 pelts.
Hey there. Good day to you.
Learn. We have the Haunted Mementos. These tokens hold vestiges of who these revenants once were, what they once valued. Wedding rings, a family sword, lost one's handkerchief could all become a tether from the realm of the dead to ours. Once we're ready, I will place these items in a circle of salt and light an incense of black roses to call the spirits forth. Though that day has not yet come, and will not for some time, you have done well, as I know you would have. And some more rewards. Do we need anything? I don't think so. So we have either this ring, which I don't think we need, or this headpiece, 14 spirit. No, we need neither. But oh, that's a very nice sash. Gosh, that is nice. We'll go for this ring, and in lore, we will pretend that it's a nicely carved ring, has some nice sort of inscription on it, and we will wear it.
See you later.
Oh, in addition, we have the diary of Aliatan Anderson. It has been many a moon since I heard the widows take such a damning interest in a young man like this. A fate I do not envy. We, the Pellers, faithfully serve the good folk of this land. I will lend my knowledge, if you will only listen. Widows of the wood are a fickle lot, Gennal. They hold a strong attachment to the woods. They are playful, yet spiteful. They rejoice in scaring children, luring young men away to rest beneath the canopies they haunt, appearing in their dreams. I fear we have not much time to save young Aliatan, if his channel is anything to go by. They seek to break his will, and draw him into a maddening dance known as the Black Waltz. They say the soul itself is wrenched from the body, and with each twirl and spin, before being devoured by the hungry widows. Return to the campsite, Gennal. You must light that which caused so much grief to begin with. Draw them out of hiding and dispose of them. May the wolf serpent guide you, or guard you. For a fate worse than death awaits you if you anger the widows and fail in your efforts. Gosh, does not sound good. Okay, we'll do that, Learn. Thank you. We'd like to save that young man. Look at this. It's an unnatural flame. Finally, Tess. We bring good news from your brother. Liam sent you. Ah, then my brother is safe. We were just about ready to save him ourselves. I will remain here with the Pellers. Demetrius has acknowledged my will to learn, and I am prepared to learn their ways before the final battle. As much as possible, that is. There'll be a final battle, Gennal, you know. Mark my words, it has been foreseen. With them at our side, we are sure to hold an advantage, even though Demetrius is sure I will play little part in taking down the evil that has corrupted this land. If anything, he believes that you, Gennal, will play a deciding role in this. They speak in riddles and are very vague, but they are dependable. Find my brother in the town of Ravenshire to the southeast and let him be warrior-free. Tell him this. The mane grows grey with wisdom when the long dark sets. He will know what it means. We'll bring him that message. Thank you, Tess. Okay. Well, let's continue onwards. Gennal's diary suggests, her log suggests that we should head back to Ravenshire now, so that is what we'll do. We have quite a few people eagerly awaiting return. Tommy has very steady legs. These fools do very little to him. It is only the fact that we're taking damage is because... The fact that we're taking damage is only because, rather, when we make those large falls, Tommy has a very hard shell, and so Gennal's bottom does really end up getting a couple of bruises. So the small damage we take are just bum bruises, nothing else. We make our way back to the road. Being off the road for too long is a foolish endeavour in these lands. We have a gnome warlock ahead of us. I haven't seen many warlock mounts for a while. I think we almost forgot they existed. We see the outskirts of Ravenshire ahead of us. Dilapidated tower. It's our first marker. Another tower to the west of us. Well, to the left there. I guess actually it's just stables, but it's got a nice tower to it. Interesting. I haven't noticed that before. Right. We have a few people to talk to here. Let's head up here first into this town. Magistrate Carson. We have the silk from the spiders. It was quite an ordeal, I must say. Well, I'm not paying you to waste time, you know. Do you want the silk or not? Well, yes, and would you look at this? Such an intricate and complex silk. It will surely be worth its cost when the creation of the new garments are complete. And I was to pay you, wasn't I? Take this silver, but move along, would you? Gosh, I am... Gennal is definitely feeling like that job was for a slightly rude man who maybe didn't deserve the effort and time it took for her to do it. Corporal Ranworth. Corporal, we've dispatched blood claws. Your efforts will better the realm in time. The less Worgen that stalk our forests, the faster we can return to a state of peace. To stop the Bloodclaw, though, we must put an end to the Alpha of their packs. The strongest of the Worgen themselves are known as Alpha, and it's these creatures that command the rest of the smaller Worgen. Bloodclaw Alpha can be found within a cave to the northwest. Search for the Worgen camp northwest of Northgate Tower. The cave should be just nearby. Slay 13 of them, and return to me when the job is done. We'll do that, Corporal. Before we head into the Magistrate's Town Hall, we'll head down to the dock. Gennal remembers that there's one of the dockyard keepers wanted a bit of work done as well. Warren, we've killed many of the spike crests. I know that you said you wanted them done and dealt with. So you do have backbone, do you? You may have thinned their ranks, but there's still more to do. You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you? Those spike crest Naga are stubborn and vile kind. They're led by a lord and mistress both, each commanding two prongs of a forked trident assaulting Gilneas herself. Find and slay the lord and mistress of the Naga, and you shall end this tyranny, threaten our coasts. I've no doubt you'll find them amongst their slithering kin on the southern beaches. We'll keep our eye out and head that way again. Okay. Next in Gennal's log is to head into the town hall. She has two people to talk to, Liam and also High Officer Osmark. It's Baron Caliban Silverlane. Liam, we have news.
Greetings.
Your sister, she will not be meeting you here. But she is alive. My little sister, a gift from the light. May we find wisdom in our own actions then. While you were searching for Tess, I was trying to make my way back to Ravenshire. I dealt with some traitors that sold our countries at the Harlows. Or rather, I must deal with some of those that sold our countries to the Harlows. With the light at my side, I wished to rest among the dead and pay my respects to Mother's grave. As I reached the crypt, I saw a rugged, unfamiliar face, one that showed only aggression to me, growling like an animal. To say the least, I was not well received, yet they've offered me shelter. They're a strange bunch, led by a stoic, violent lady. Her name is Morana. She's leading a group of 4, and they claim to be a cult that researches immortality. I figure that she must be of aid to us. Reach her at the Hollow Web Cemetery to the west.
For the alliance.
Okay, Liam. We shall talk to them. Baron, we have the signet of Silverlane. Baron Caliban Silverlane looks at the signet with a smile gracing his features. Without a second word, the ring is slid on his finger. You have done well. It is untarnished. It feels good to know this officer had his life claimed for such a crime. I prepared a reward for you. Thanks again, adventurer. Neither of these do we need, but the sword, I shall put that on my wall back at home, in my family's home in the Thalassian Highlands.
Have a good one.
Alright, thank you all. So Gennal has cleared out many of the requests from the people of these towns, but there's still more to do. There are still more leads to follow, and those leads will be followed next time. Thank you all for joining us, joining Gennal, joining me, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Okay, bye-bye.